Hello. Hello and welcome back to Fate Grand Order. Uh, I don't know how long this video is going to be. Hopefully it's not an hour, again, because I actually have stuff I have to do today. I was looking at my... So, funny story, I was looking at my assignments last night, and it said I have 28 assignments to do by the end of Sunday, and I was like, great, that's 4 assignments a day. So I'm hoping this is quick, or the videos will just be shorter. But I also noticed something else when I got a notification this morning. Let's say this morning, aka last night after midnight. You. So I'm really hoping that I can do that. But 36 divided by 7, 35 is 5. That would bring me to 17. I really do need to farm, I just don't have any good time for it, so. Archer and Caster. Lancer and Rider. Noted, okay. Lancer and Rider. I think I'll just use you. And just do this quickly, because that seems like a much better idea than actually doing it properly. And perhaps I should have another Lancer. I didn't select anything. I was scrolling. This game does not... It's a bit slow sometimes. Sorry, Oh, you must be Miss Aphrodite, and she is Miss Curelite. She is the seventh Shrine Sign Sansong, he is the seventh Tawai, and that is, well, what a surprise. The Knight of the Round Table is also wonderful to meet you, Sibeth, because we share a home night. It's hard not to feel a certain familiarity with you. How do you know everyone's true name? Why, elementary, my dear friends. It is the famous and Smith. You and I have already made contact before we met face to face. We met through information. Through information? In London, you managed to safely acquire the information I left at the Mages Association, right? It was just paperwork, but it must have been worth £1,000 to you at the time. I gathered only the necessary information, arranged it so it'd be easy to read. And at that point, you must have accepted me as a collaborator in the shadows. Wasn't Anderson saying something about that? Yes, I said something as I organized the information before I looked it up. So that was your doing, Mr. Holmes. Yes, had I made it too easy to understand, McKitty would have noticed. I arranged it so that it would only make sense when a wise person with a true purpose searched for it. You needed to know it in order to solve this murder case, and not just be a passive bystander. Murder case? Yes, it's a murder case, and one on the scale I've never experienced before. The complete murder of the primates by means of the incineration of humanity. I guess it's murder. We would call it omnicide. Yes, indeed, a mythological murder case. Obviously I appear. Aphrodite, Lady Mash, I hate to interrupt, but... Let me see, Holmes, I don't remember her name. How sad. It's true that I never attained knighthood. The person who recorded my efforts, however, did. So the person who recorded your achievements was a knight, ma'am. Yes, but Mr. Holmes is the most famous detective in the world. His class is probably cast right. He is one of the true forefathers of all detectives. Now, if only the monitor was alive, the doctor would have been overjoyed. And I am especially moved as well. Sherlock Holmes is real. In other words, Arthur Conan Doyle's novels were biographies by Dr. Watson. Yeah, Watson's side job. If it makes innocent ghosts happily happy, then our work was well worth it. But Miss Curley, my true identity, my essence is slightly different from what you may think. And sad, but that is not the purpose of our gathering here today. I cannot yet accept your case, Miss Efton. Oh, you can't? Miss Holmes, you appear to impress without even a disguise, sir. What a good friend. You're very aware of my passion. Yeah, I would very much like to cooperate too, but there's a case I must solve first. Sir Babbage asked me to do so. Now, he only had a little bit of reason left in him just to suspect, but it was like a glittering star, and it is in exchange for that. Oh. Until that case is closed, I cannot make ties with Chowder. Sorry, there's a bit of mucus stuck in my... Yes, but that is not a vital problem. I'll leave the battle to you, heroes. I am a detective. I have no interest in justice or honor. I solve mysteries. That is my duty. It's exactly the Holmes I'm... mysteries... What do you mean? We can talk about that next. After all, it seems our journey will be a long one.
You'll hop after that, but you won't join us, is that right?
Yes, I came to this institute in search of knowledge. The old man on the mountain must have talked about needing to know everything, right? In that case, you should head for the central area of the city. I too have business there. It is far from here, about half a mile underground. The path twists and folds over itself, much like a labyrinth. I'll show you the way there, and you'll eliminate the traps with your strength. It's quite the efficient collaboration. Now let's hurry. Infinite knowledge awaits us. I really need to check when that banner ends. We seem to have ended up teaming with Mr. Holmes. Are you sure about this after? Our objectives are the same. I suppose I never really have been good with people like him. He reminds me of a man.
Master, magical energy response, something's coming. It's the same as in London, it's autonomous magical familiar.
It seems the defense mechanism is still active. I was right to wait for your arrival. My existence is currently in flux. There's no way I can fight. I'm counting on your success. Fun. But hey, it only took us 6 minutes to get to the fight. Excuse me. Oh, it froze. Oh. No. Yes. It didn't freeze. Of all the things. Well, at least we got the first one out of the way. I thought it was gonna be more evenly distributed, but this is not that. So I love it when it does that. It doesn't make me want to die at all. Ah, fun. Destroy them. Oh no, I think I know it's just gonna be on the third fight. It's gonna be fucking robot soldiers. Not Edison's thing, but right, yes. It's gonna be the fucking robot soldiers from London. Yeah, the golems. It's my thinking anyway. Ah. Ah. Just when lancers were useful. 82. Critical. I think I should have Melusina's Hill Phantasm set up just in case. Seems like a good idea. Also, how are you a level 5 on Melusina? I have I have questions about that. 103, 112 actually. Motherfucker. She made it this far. That's something, right? Whoa. Actually, I think this is a good idea. Also, you were apparently the rider I had lying. Motherfucker. What if 2 I had? I guess there's only like... There's only the 1 archer, but it's a profound problem. Bam! How many archers do we have in the final rounds? That is the question. Not one I'm looking forward to answering. I at some point over this week need to make the London movie, but... Oh, it's just the 1 archer. And what do you do? Increase your press. Full Melusine chain. Go! $96,000, which means that it will now be dead. Yes. Please load. Thank you. This game's running fucking fantastic. Daily missions 5 times. That's a fucking that's a masterpiece. What's the Atlas Institute, you ask? An excellent question, Miss Aphrodite. There's an Institute of Alchemists built in the Atlas Mountains of Egypt. I don't think those were... It's not where the Atlas Mountains... Well, now I need to Google it. The Atlas Mountains. I mean, there are Atlas Mountains. It's just... not there. They're in Morocco. And Algeria and Tunisia. It's also known as the Titan's Pit. It's one of the 3 branches of the Mages Association dealing with accumulation and measurement. Their alchemy is not at all like the alchemy as you may know it, the kind that became mainstream in the Middle Ages. They are the progenitors of magecraft, focused on investigating the principles of the world. While they are certainly mages, I understand that their magical circuits are rather paltry. Consequently, they do not rely on magical energy to learn the mysteries of the world, instead using a great number of tools. In a way, these tools evolve similarly to scientific progress. He treated pseudo-spiritrons, who had souls as energy that could be observed and manipulated. This led to homunculi, life forms that possess magical circuits. We have no need to become the strongest, we simply have to create the strongest tool. That was their motto. True to their words, they created many weapons. In the world of magecraft, they are called the 7 taboos. The Atlas Institute created 7 weapons capable of destroying the world. Realizing that they had reached their limits, they sealed them away. There are so many theories about why they decided to build such weapons in the first place. The director of the Atlas Institute was given the title Atlasia. I saw a well plate on the way here. It said Sepia Altnam Atlasia. He was likely the last director. There seemed to have been a successor to say designated, but the name wasn't recorded. The directors of this institute would always go mad, and as a result, they created forbidden weapons that would destroy the world. It is also possible that they would try to prevent the destruction of the world, fail in the progress, and then go mad as a result. Regardless, this place is a storehouse of mystic codes unparalleled anywhere else on Earth. Although in reality, it's more like a disposal site. The alchemists of this institute would constantly invent things. These were treated as failed creations, and a mountain of terrible weapons accumulated. We're headed to the center of that. What do you think? Do you understand my summary of the answer to this? Why is it called the Titan's Pit? Do you know who the Titan who held up there? Well, in Greek mythology, his name was Atlas. The name may have been influenced by his story. I've also heard that it was called the Atlas Institute because it's in the Atlas Mountains. A simple reason for naming it so. The origin of alchemy at the Unless it's tied with the progenitor of Matriarch in the Egyptian mythology, the goddess Isis. Not that one, Isis. That connection may be why the Institute appeared in the territory of Egypt in this singularity. Oh, okay, now that tracks then. They fled underground to study magic. No wonder I had never heard of this group of mages. This, however, I don't see any students. The Atlas Institute fall to ruin prior to this. And now, as far as I can tell, as far as I've been able to deduce, the Atlas Institute was active from the BC era up to 2018 BC CE. If there aren't any people here, then no, I shouldn't speak based on assumptions. We'll know for someone we reach this end. To an underground academy filled with mysteries, a research facility created with unknown techniques. Is its true identity an ideal shelter or merely an enormous tomb? Let us hold on, hope in our hearts, and press forward to see the truth. I need to figure out my Holmes voice. Sorry, I'm looking at mountains now. K2. Isn't that the highest mountain that's never been climbed or something? Archers only. Noted. Okay. I really see no reason to deviate, but we're gonna use Romulus Curenus because I felt like I wanted to do something different. But we are going to use only Lancers, so... I did level train you, but I don't think it's really gonna help much. So we're gonna move you into the back. I'm gonna put in we're actually gonna put that in. Alright. Let's go. Oh. So the layout of this place is rather complicated. It's more of a maze than an academic institution. The path splits in two as we descend, but if you look behind you, it's actually three. It's built like an optical illusion. It's as though, indeed, it's built to confuse us trying to leave. Entering is simple, but exiting is forbidden.
It's not like it's to protect against theft. That would be the opposite, Fritz. Why did build it?
Because they were more fearful of people leaving than entering. The other Institute was a group of geniuses. They immersed themselves in various researches in their own independent workshop. There were no taboos here. One would not be rebuked for creating any weapon, no matter how inhumane. However, there was one condition. What was created here could never be brought outside. That was the great principle of the Atlas Institute. For over 2,000 years, they stubbornly kept to this rule. An exception would be the 7 contracts created when the Institute was established. The Atlas Institute promised to cooperate with only those holding these special contracts. I'm sure this agreement caused headaches for the generations of directors. Their contracts arbitrarily made by their ancestors, after all. They had recovered 4 of the contracts by 2000, but the whereabouts of the other 3 remain unknown. Load? Oh. No, okay, it just froze. Alright, hang on. There we go. Oh, sorry to stop so abruptly, but there are more defense mechanisms. I expect you can handle them? Yeah. Sorry, I'm not talking much. I'm just tired. I woke up just before this, which maybe I should be getting out of bed at 6 o'clock. I don't know.
始めよう。ローマはすでにここにある。
Oh, goody. Oh, they're all blue. Blue fight. Stab. Excuse me. Oh, that's not very. Okay, I guess I'm not getting the other guy blown up. Using quick cards gets me more phantasm charge than using arts cards. Noted. Just get rid of that guy. Goodbye. Okay then. Okay. This is shaping up to be a short one, which is good because I need to leave in what appears to be 2.5 hours. Nice, that's my theory. It's only 74 degrees, which is surprising. Let me just quickly check when I need to leave. 3, yeah, that's what I thought. I guess I need to leave at 2. I'm just not getting Guy Bulk off, am I? Like either of them. Okay then. But at least my thinking is that I don't think I'll have to harass Brad Astra. Tempting. To all Roman enemies. No, but I do have a better idea. Which is that this is an AoE attack, which means I can use this to my advantage. Are you sure he isn't Jesus? And bro, what do you want to eat? The souls of the innocent. A bagel. Now to a bagel. I love how it cuts off before the S in bagels, so it just says to bagel. So it just says to bagel. Goodbye. Ooh, bond level up. We're actually getting through this a lot quicker because we're only. Do I leave that? Miss Aphrodite, having watched 2 of your battles, may I comment on your leadership? Yes. I have a feeling I'm going to. Anyway, Miss Aphrodite. Motherfucker answered me if I said no. I said yes. Anyway, Miss Aphrodite. To be honest, I'm quite surprised. The fighting abilities are unbelievable, but they're still only secondary to something else. The root of your strength lies in the style of your contracts. I'm sure there's no precedent in history of a master. I leave it 1:30. I'm sure there's no precedent in history of a master with connections to so many sevens. And an even more shocking aspect is the length of time that has continued. Not only servants are only summoned temporarily and only for a particular battle. Perpetual contracts like your own are unthinkable, and it doesn't seem like you have any particular secrets, Miss Aphrodite. In other words, what? By the way, Miss Herolite, it appears you don't have full control of your noble phantasm. Why is that? Is there something beyond your... Ash doesn't know its true name.
Yes, I still don't know the true name of the heroic spirit who transferred this power to me.
That's not it. The true name isn't a big issue. You simply erred on which foot to set forth on. But at BATs, you'll soon have the solutions. And given the information, there's nothing I can't uncover. No, that was rude of me. It sounds like bragging. There are some things that even I don't know. Right now we're fighting with another mystery. The true identity of the King of Mages, the culprit behind the incineration of humanity. I have almost no information about him. Even every corner of time is his tracks, but none of these seem to tie to King Solomon. If someone had seen the King of Mages firsthand, I could have asked if there was any resemblance to Solomon. Of course, there wouldn't be any such convenient witness. I have no choice but to continue inferring from information. I've seen the King of Mages. You're such a vital witness. Please tell me everything. What did he look like? His voice, magical energy. Most importantly, what are your impressions having directly met him? Any discomfort? Any discomfort? Anything out of place? A sense of comfort would be the most important key. Try to remember, no matter how trivial it may seem. Was there anything strange about the King of Mages? Remember what he looks like, but...
So do I, but I'm not able to share those memories with you. The recordings are all covered in static, too.
Something seemed to be missing. Something missing, you say, for a human who had never seen the King of Mages before to say such a thing. He must have made an oversight, trivial though it may be, an oversight that, though unintentional, was enough to arouse suspicion. Miss Carolite, I'm sorry, but could you draw a sketch as we walk? I'd like a picture of the King of Mages you saw. Normally you'd be cursed for even... It's normally be cursed for even making an attempt, but here in Atlas they likely have perfect measures against outside curses. No harm would come to you.
I understand, I'm no artist, but I'll try to draw what we saw. And may I also have something, Mr. Holmes? I didn't sense any sort of discomfort like my master did, but what the King of Mages said, how he acted, it wasn't consistent. That's what seemed out of place to me. He was sometimes violent, sometimes calm, even totally indifferent toward us at times. The changes all seemed abrupt to me.
Tell me in more detail, what kind of conversation did you have with him? That will be, transition. Okay then. I see, thank you, Miss Carolite. That was very useful information, enough to inch a little closer to the true identity of the King of Mages.
You're welcome, I'm glad I could help.
Guessing from your conversation, the King of Mages is akin to
A mirror.
Correct, a mirror reflects us standing before it, a mirror that shows the nature of the person speaking to it. If someone vulgar speaks, he answers just as rude. Well, if someone wise speaks, he answers with equal earnestness. He responds to the cruel with cruelty and to the calm with benevolence. It's not that he lacks his own sense of self or that he has multiple personality disorder. He's just not confined to a single alignment. No, it's the opposite. In fact, that's his nature. I see. Mordred was crude, so...
He said he wasn't interested in us. He said life has no value. I don't think anyone who was present thought that way.
That's exactly it. That's the part I find frightening, Miss Carolite. Yes, no interest in humans. That is the truth for the King of Mages. As proof, he's already destroyed humanity. He's unlike the Lion King who seeks to destroy the Sarah. Yes, he has already won, but which is precisely why he has shown his true form. Of course, he would have no interest in us. It's because he has already moved on to his next project. For example, suppose there's a desk here with a project labeled Incineration of Humanity sitting on top of it. He finished that project long ago. Now he's at a different desk, ready to start anew. Normally, that would be the end. Humanity wouldn't even have the option of fighting against him. However, a miracle occurred. It goes without saying, but that miracle was Chaldia. Although it's simply a minuscule space remaining at a now uninhabited desk.
The King of Mages insisting to me he's already a finished product. You're saying that's why he has no interest in us?
Yes, to be precise, it's because he's occupied with his next task. What frightens me is the true nature of that next task. Listen, well, you can say that this case was the perfect crime. Nobody can prevent the plot from occurring. We were completely defeated, unable to even make a move. A detective works after an incident occurs, after they are already victim. Even if I deduce the truth behind the incident, I don't have the power to undo what has taken place. But you do, Miss Aphrodite. You have that power. Or the King of Mages doesn't believe so, which is your one and only chance to overcome that demon's crimes. Right then, 30 minutes. Then. Alright then. Archer. Oh, it's just all archers. Okay. All archers. Alright, sure. I have a feeling no one is, yeah, I was gonna say no one's using the actual guest servants. Tamama no May Lancer. The problem is I don't actually have any high ranked Lancers. I mean, besides the 4 stars, but rejoice, everyone! We're nearly at the center. Many answers await us ahead. The old man of the mountain sent you here for 2 reasons. The first relates to singularity, to gain knowledge about the Lion King's objective in his sacred lands. The second relates to all 7 singularities. In other words, a part of the mystery behind the incineration of humanity. I'm prepared to answer both of this. However, before that, we've got to eliminate the defenses, right? Now I have a warning. Well, more like a declaration. The greatest reason why I appeared before you is that the peering eyes of Chowdia cannot reach you here. Let me tell you in advance, I do not trust Dr. Roman. What a surprise. I don't know how to feel about that. I'm gonna try and do four like an entire chapter's worth of music assignments, which is only 5 and really shouldn't take me an hour and a half. So today. So hang on. If I do 5, that should take me 5 days. 5 plus 2 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 19 plus 4 again will leave me that. Anyway, I'm gaming out a plan here. I'm making a game plan for my homework. And that's the idea anyway, but I think I'd actually have to look at it, but I can check calendar. Sign in. Oh, authenticator. How I hate you. Not worse than having me. So fun story actually. While I was in my last, 2 semesters ago, it was the summer semester last year. Was it? I had to use Respondus Lockdown browser to do assignments, to do exams for my human anatomy class, and that was just fantastic. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, there's only 4? Okay. And there's listening activity. Okay, so it's chapter 6 through. I'm really just gaming out a plan here. Am I not using Gaibul? That's a shame. That's very dumb. Hang on. Okay then. So my philosophy stuff, my ethics stuff will be done on tomorrow. I'll be doing that tomorrow. Chapter 6 is only 4 assignments, that's 6. Chapter 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. So that's 11, which I can do Wednesday. Chapter 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's another 5, so that's 13, Thursday. Just a single enemy. Oh, that is like not worth it at all. But so 13 Thursday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 6. So there's 6 for chapter 9, which I can do Friday. There's a writing assignment that I have to do. Wait, that GEC assignment isn't due till next Friday. Oh, I don't need to worry about them. That then now. Okay, no, I can do that Tuesday. All right, never mind. And the writing assignment and the homework I could do Saturday. Oh no, this is actually looking much better than I thought. Never mind. I was panicking over nothing. That, however, is okay. So I just need to do the chapter 6 stuff today. I love making plans. They're so great. This should be the final. This should be the final turn too. Yeah, see. Bond level up. Yay. Daily missions done. Woo. Level 105. Woo. Okay. Hey, this looks familiar. It's almost like they reuse backgrounds. This is just the underground texture. Oh. A new background, never mind.
This is the heart of the Atlas Institute. We're underground, but there's a Skymaster.
This place is the size of a city. I can't believe they were able to build such a vast structure. This sure looks like an academic institute, alright. They have everything necessary for humans to live their lives. This would help their students keep sound minds, even if the sky was ordered. And all this in the center is the Atlas Institute's greatest recording device, a pseudo-spiritual calculation engine dubbed Tri-Hermes. Trismegistus in Chaldea was based off of it. Did you mention its construction?
That's right, it looks just like Chaldea's command room. Although most of it is buried in sand now.
Now then, we've already acquired the access rights. Normally we would just ask the staff, but as you can see, this place is completely uninhabited. I feel a little sad, but we'll just have to use it without their permission.
Yes, but I wonder why the staff aren't present. It may be buried in sand, but all the equipment seems to be operating normal.
The answer is obvious. This is Atlas in 2018. In other words, the one from your time period.
Atlas from our time, not even mentioned. Da Vinci said something like that. Something about how in Egyptian territory there's a foreign object from yet another era. It must have been this.
I believe so. The mages may have been incinerated, but the Atlas Institute itself doesn't vanish. Now let's get to the main issue. Tri-Hermes contains recordings of all events. Since we aren't alchemists of Atlas, we couldn't understand everything it contains, but the simple truth, we should be able to understand the results, although it would be like looking at a mathematical equation's solutions. Yes, what do you think is a good hobby, you know? That's not what I'm doing. I'm only interested in the honest truth. I would never do anything so shady. The only thing that excites me is the truth itself, not personal lives. Now try Hermes, showing birth the underworld. Answer my question. Tell us of a certain incident erased from all records and descriptions. The Holy Grail War that occurred in Japan in 2004.
Holy Grail War? Don't you mean Singularity X? The director did talk of a Holy Grail War held in Singularity X, but are you saying that's the truth behind the incineration of humanity, the true origin?
No, it's not an origin, but it is an important factor. The Holy Grail War, that is the grand ritual where her experience is summoned to fight, in which the last surviving mage and servant standing obtained the Holy Grail. You already know that much, right, Miss Hefty? Very well, that ritual did indeed take place in 2004, located in a certain city of Japan. I checked the records of this war, however, I couldn't figure out what happened during its course or how it concluded. The only traceable data was from when the Holy Grail War started, the identities of the 7 mages who sought the Holy Grail. Among the 7 who participated, one of them was related to someone you know. To be precise, the daughter of that person. The previous director of Chaldea? That's right, the father of Rhongomyniad and the late director of Chaldea. As a lord of the Clock Tower, he secretly headed that regional city of Japan and participated in that bloody ritual. His name was... And that's alright, it's a little sad that it doesn't make sense while in operation. However, I'm glad to see it backs up my hypothesis. This resolves one of the questions. The winner of the 2004 Holy Grail War in Japan was Marisbury Animosphere. Hermes recorded that he killed 6 other mages and obtained the omnipotent wish granter known as the Holy Grail. That seems almost a complete odds to what we experienced. To both what we experienced in Singularity F and in Stay Night.
You obtained the Holy Grail? And that's before the incineration meeting, before the race shift was carried out?
Correct. Records indicate Marisbury brought his assistant along to the Holy Grail before, and that, having been given special exemption to the following year, the assistant was then invited to join the staff at Chaldea. He became the top of the medical division in his early 20s, so special is the word for it. I'd hesitate to call him a normal person. The top of the medical division?
Do you mean Romani Arkaman? Dr. Rom, you knew the former director before coming to Chaldea?
Yes, and it gets straight to the personal history of the man named Romani Arkaman is unknown. Yes, I couldn't find anything about him in records from before the Holy Grail War. I might figure it if I keep using Hermes, but we don't have the time to salvage data about a single person out of the billions of personal data files updated yearly. But that's the reason why I don't trust Dr. Roman. There's no mistake that he's a human, not a mage, but He's hiding something, something extraordinarily close to the truth.
Can I ask something? I know I shouldn't just butt in because I'm tired of being quiet, but this Marisbury guy obtained the Holy Grail, right? What did he wish for?
Who knows? Unfortunately, Hermes doesn't record personal wishes. The only things recorded are results. As according to Hermes, Marisbury went on to become a great mage. To the clock tower, Chaldean and the Atmosphere's family theories were mostly... I misread that wrong. To the clock tower, Chaldean and the Atmosphere's family's theories were mostly disregarded. Yes, however, that assessment was overturned after repeated successes, the establishment of the heroic spirit summoning system. Experiments that made it possible to not just observe the future, but also use race shifts to intervene in other time periods. Chaudier was nothing more than an observatory in 2004, but then gained vast amounts of equipment like any other research facility. It's safe to assume that Marisbury wished for fortune. He had no reason to wish for the incineration of humanity. Reading the documents, he comes off as a man of good sense. His desire wasn't ordinary. His desire was ordinary. His envy was ordinary. His love of happiness was ordinary. That's the type of man he was. In that case, he was either used by a third party or he stepped into a minefield of destruction without even noticing it himself.
A third party, like Professor Lev?
Lev Laner was appointed to Chaldea at the turn of the century. That coincides with the time when the technology to construct the observation lens Sheba was provided to Chaldea. Lev Laner was working under the King of Mages. I have no doubt about that. To be honest, this caused me the biggest headache. Claudia caught the eye of Lev and he infiltrated it. In that case, there must have been some issue at Chaldea before the Holy Grail War of 2004. That war was just a way for Marisbury to obtain capital. There's a possibility that it wasn't related to the incineration of humanity. With that in mind, I don't want to say this, but it would mean this about Romani Archiman. Yes, we don't know what he was doing, but he had no connection to the incident. A simple nuisance, a mystery, someone who doesn't really matter at all. That's the conclusion that I can draw.
What's that supposed to mean? That's ridiculous.
Sounds just like Roman.
Yes, that's the Doctor in a nutshell.
Personally, I still see him as an important person of interest. You shouldn't tell him anything that you heard here. We can't trust him until his secrets are clear. At the very least, Romani Archiman knows the conclusion of the Holy Grail War. Never told you. Right then. Okay, that was a lot. Now that wraps up the facts that I want to know. Next is your turn, but before that, as I searched through the records of Chaldea, I found an answer for you, Miss Carolite. I'm sorry if this seems like it's just being tacked on, but do you mind if we speak about it?
An answer for me? Oh, do you mean what we talked about on the way here, about the training of the heroic spirit who transferred their power to me?
Exactly, I came to a conclusion, right, but I had no clear proof, so I spoke ambiguously. But now I can tell you as a fact. Are you prepared to hear this, Miss Carolite? Wait a minute, that's something from Lady I should discover for herself. We shouldn't be the one. No, I must speak my mind. I'm sure everyone has already realized it anyway. I think I have. Only fools would continue to avert their eyes from the truth. Are you saying that Miss Carolite is a fool? I say no, no, Sir Bedivere. Besides, what are you so fearful of? That knowing her true name wouldn't change it? That wouldn't help her develop her no... As I declare that it's not necessary concern, because Miss Carolite's spirit is already complete. Her fears don't depend on whether or not she possesses a noble phantasm. Also, even if her lord phantasm fails to develop, she'll never stop standing up for her belief. For the sake of what she believes in, she'll muster her courage and fight to the very end. Apologies, I ain't ashamed of conclusion to rage. Anyway, do you mind if I speak openly now? This fate was bestowed upon you, the name of the heroic spirit who saved your life.
Master, is this really okay?
Of course.
Okay, although I wish there was something a little more special. Please tell me, Mr. Holmes, my true name, the real name of this shield.
Very well, then I shall tell you everything like a true detective would. First off, how did Chaldea stabilize their heroic spirit summons? By being in possession of something that gathers heroic spirit. A seat where many heroes once gathered, a rite of vows called the Round Table. Well, Chaldea processed that relic using it as a catalyst for summons and buried it in the body of a fused being. And I'm sure you can understand this, Miss Aphrodite, that while the weapon she carries looks like a shield, that is not actually what it is. That the first servant you contracted with is actually the groundwork for gathering many heroic. The part is literally a round shield. Yes, perhaps something of a pun, something to applaud the Chaldea engineers for. At the core of her holy round shield is the round table itself. Now listen well, Miss Carolite. The second heroic spirit summoned when you were young, the only successful results of Chaldea's heroic spirit fusion experiment. The hero lamented the inhumane experiments of Chaldea, but stayed in the present world to preserve her life. The one who entrusted everything during the Chaldea bombing incident. That heroic spirit's name was Galahad, one of the Knights of the Round Table, a holy knight who alone succeeded in the search for the Holy Grail.
Galahad of the Knights of the Round Table?
Mash.
Yes, I suddenly felt weak at the knees. I just had to sit down. But it wasn't painful or even surprising. I was just happy. I finally know the name of the person who believed in us and helped us back then. I feel so happy right now. I wonder if I felt well enough to not soil his name.
See, it's just like I said, she's just that kind of girl. While she never forgets gratitude, why should she hold any pessimism in her heart towards the one who saved her? Yes, it's exactly as you said. It seems Galahad made the correct decision. They were eons apart, they were a different race, but he did entrust this to the person closest to him. It's all well very good and all, but we do have another chapter to go. Well, another bit of the chapter to go before I can end the video. So about that whole Lion King business. Okay, so it's still giving me the things, so it means it hasn't frozen yet. Which means it's just being slow. There's the connecting thing. Yay. Please? Thank you. Bond level up. 4. Oh. Rider. I've not used any ley line stones today, I've just realized. Rider and Archer. Oh, okay. So Lancer and Assassin. Oh, I do. I could take the easy way out, and I am going to take the easy way out. How many assassins am I still bond level training? Oh, I just need to remember not to use the Noble Phantasm. Maybe I'll get rid of Locusta while I'm here. But this, I don't know if this will be a long fight. Ugh. No, Miss Aphrodite, I'll leave the actual awakening of the Noble Phantasm to you. Whoop. But I fear Hermes is not doing very well. One more search and I'll run out of power. I should reflect on my actions as well. It would seem my plan to search for enchanting unsolved mysteries has somehow backfired.
Mr. Holmes.
Please fear not, it will work, but only one more time. I never miss the trick. Lion King, Sacred Lands, Rhongomyniad. You must know why it exists. Needless to say, I have heard of this name as well, but I have never set eyes upon it. Hermes, show us the truth that lies behind it. I see.
That looks like the search is complete. Hermes seems rather useful.
Lance that the Lion King possesses. How much do you know of it, Sir Bedivere? Very little. The king had a number of holy artifacts aside from the sword. I imagine Rhongomyniad is one of them. Even the Knights of the Round Table were not informed of it. Merlin called it the Tower at the Ends of the World. A pillar of light that stands far west of the island of Britain. The tower that stands beyond the horizon at the edge of the world.
A tower, but it's a lance, right? I mean, I understand they're both long and pointy, but...
The answer is beyond me. I fear it, Mr. Holmes. There are 2 lances, Mrs. Sansung. The first is the massive tower that pierces this world, the lance in its physical form. It is an indication of the lance's strength. It would seem that it indeed exists as a tower, but it cannot be accessed by humans. Most importantly, it exists at the edge of this world. One can never reach the end, no matter how much they walk. Just because it's a sphere. The tower stands at the edge of this world, seeing all of mankind and protecting it. So you're suggesting it's a powerful magical tower with a great view. The other is the lance the Lion King wields. Think of this as the shadow that this tower casts upon the world. A personal weapon allows the user to use the skills, the authority of the tower.
So the tower is the mainframe while the lance is the terminal?
A great analogy, Mrs. Carelight. The tower will continue to exist at the edge of the world while the lance is held by the tower's keeper. It's the only mystery that remains is why the tower is pinned on this planet. There is a theory that our world, the human world, is nothing more than the texture placed upon the surface of this planet. Our understanding is this planet's ruling intelligent life form, the laws of physics as we know it. The texture that results from this understanding is our world, and it is sewn tightly to this planet so as not to be removed. What keeps it in place, my friends, is the phenomenon known as the tower at the end of the world, and this tower is not limited to the island of Britain Island either. There are several around the world, one of which is the sacred lance currently in the Lion King's hands. Tower at the end of the world. I don't understand what it means. The king's trying to use such a dangerous thing to...
It's like a pagoda, a vessel for seizing faith, I get it. But how is this relation to the stage of the Holy City? What does the Lion King intend to do with it?
Most likely, Lion King intends to use the lance as the tower. Lion King intends to create an ideal world at the Holy City by gathering only the chosen one. Not simply a pure human being, but one that will always do the right thing no matter what. According to Hermes' calculations, sacred lands can store up to 500 souls. The Holy City was built over the Holy Land as a signal that it seemed impossible, but not until you understand why. Hey, that city's sacred lands itself. People that were brought to the city have all been sealed inside it. The Lion King claims he is quarantining pure humans, but the truth is that he's not letting them get away. It's an elaborate trap. Impossible. That city's Camelot. The details may be slightly different, but I have no doubt it's Camelot. How could that be turned into such an evil...
No, Mr. Holmes' deduction is correct. That's not Camelot. True, the castle of Camelot was created by fairies. It's no wonder it appeared overnight. But that's not right. I had a really bad feeling from the moment I saw it. That's the outer shell of Rhongomyniad. It's not something that will save humanity.
Then, what will happen to all the people inside the city? They must live lives of captivity while being protected by... Delivered to die. That is not the issue. All those in the holy city will be consumed by the lands. The sacred lands is similar to the Atlas Institute. It's a shelter served by the... However, there is no room to exist as a life form. All of them are being herded as virtuous human elements. Eventually, the holy city will converge and become a single tower. Inside of that tower is a smaller version of hell. The people who have not been gathered in the so-called utopia to live, they are samples. To be stored for all eternity underneath the Lion King's command, as though displayed in a case to show the value of mankind. How could this... Whoever's behind such a malicious deed can't... The Lion King's conduct, whether good or evil, means nothing to me. He's simply protecting his own people. That much is true.
That's a huge mistake. What are you talking about, Toad?
Let me finish. Now listen, so the holy city's been turned into this tower. Then what will happen next? I believe the tower will disappear along with the Lion King's arm. At the very least, the mountain people in Lion King will have no reason to fight because he will fade along with his idea.
You are right. I suppose that would technically put an end to the conflict. Technically. To protect one's own people, it would seem that even the Lion King wants to do that.
What a relief to hear. I am of the same opinion as Mr. Tota, until we see Harvey's analysis.
So you're suggesting something else, that there is a deeper meaning to the Lion King's actions?
Correct. The Lion King intends to turn the holy city into the tower at the ends of the world. Surely you know what that means. When the tower is complete, the entire area will become the ends of the world. In exchange for creating the complete world known as the tower, the world outside it must be destroyed. The Lion King is not simply trying to protect his own people, he's going to eliminate all other people aside from his own. And that destruction has already begun. The reason the singularity has been an exception within an exception is because it exists nowhere in this world.
I see. The reason there's nothing... There's nothing on the other side of the desert because this area has already been separated from humans.
Yes, Miss Sansang. The King of Mages is no longer the one who's trying to destroy this area, nor the one who created it. The Lion King is willing to sacrifice one of the foundations of humanity to create his own utopia. Only gods may do that. Oh, we're so fucked, aren't we? Let us return to the steps, everyone. We are racing against time. We need to invade the Holy City before the Sacred Lands is complete. There, we need to confirm the Lion King's intent.
I agree with Bedivere. It makes sense why the mighty skeleton guy told us to come here. We should rendezvous with them as soon as we can. They need to know that. Why didn't the mighty skeleton guy just tell us the truth? Wouldn't that be faster?
Because Aphrodite needed to come here, or perhaps the desert itself, if not this institute. No amount of strength will alter the importance of the people you meet. This old man of the mountain still has a few tricks up his sleeve. Aphrodite has a mission to accomplish here. Could that be his true intention? Why do you laugh at me, detective? Pardon me, was I laughing? If that is the case, then what you are saying is quite amusing. You don't have to melt this cold hard expression of mine. I fucking hate this guy.
Wait, we have to deal with this on the way back too?
But of course, and this time the opponent is stronger than any others we face. The Atlas Institute does not want people to leave. I thought I explained this to you. This is the final battle in this underground lost world. Let's make it count. Oh goody. Oh goody. Alright then. Oh, we're only 55 minutes and I need to remember. Oh, I don't remember where it froze. Damn it. Archer. Kill him. Kill him dead. Oh, you're not dead, but you're pretty close to it. Motherfucker. Christ. Bitch. Why does this guy do 600,000 or 6,000 damage? No, okay. Oh, okay. Sure. Oh, they're all dangerous. Alright. I sure hope you could do 50,000. No. But it's a very good shot. Ah. I was told there'd be a lot of riders. There were a lot of, yeah, riders. I feel like I was lied to. Oh, no, there's gonna be more use. I need you to... Thank you. I did 12,000. To be fair, that did do 12,000 damage on its own. It was not being boosted, so I think that's good. Noble Fantet. Wait, is that critical star or is that... that's decreased noble... Okay. Noted. That just means we're gonna be doing something a bit different. I wish I could go full arts cards. That would really help right about now, actually. That is not going to happen, however. So we're just gonna go full quick. And that seems like a better idea, actually. That only got me 10. And it completely fucking wiped both Kukulans. And Koenskaya. Motherfucker. Christ damn it. Load, load, load. Thank you. Oh, I need to be extremely fucking careful regarding you two. I need you to do about 12,000 damage. Thank you. Thank you. Did you really just... You bitch. Alright. This is not gonna do 27,000. But... I didn't even do 2,000. Magic Jammer. You. Oh, that would explain. That would explain the issues I've been having. Please don't kill Ryugi. I would really like Ryugi alive. I can. Thank you. Durandal. Durandal will be set! Jesus. Did not like that. Alright. Alright. Oh, you motherfucker. Hey, it did something! Woo! It's going to immediately massacre all of them to death! Ah! Yeah, it's about what I thought was gonna happen. I think I will be setting off Durandal. Oh, there's actually no point in using Lacusta because it will not acknowledge anything. So we're just gonna use Durandal. That's okay, Professor. I was an accident too. What the fuck? That's not a quote. Not a quote from the show, but... Wow. Whoa. Command spell. I'm saving those Saint Quartz. Hey guys, I have an idea. It's called Why Don't I Use All of the Gaibulg? No, it didn't miss. Well, I hope it. I did. Again! Again! Please be dead! No! That's okay, that's what Durandal is for. Fancy country, discount Kazakhstan. I'm gonna turn the volume down, just so we don't have to play this song and dance again. Just so I don't have to do that song and dance again. Alright, that's the end of that. I'm gonna put that up actually to 0.65. I'm just gonna keep it at 0.65. Let's get them. Thank you. What would Mr. Rogers do? Hey guys, I have an idea. It's called Quiet Sky Attack. Pinocchio themed crickets. Jiminy themed crickets. Is this just, I was gonna say, is this just a Dexter Morgan film? Amoral characters who deliberately take on moral guides, or Amos themed Burtons. What would Mr. Rogers do? Why does it look like it wants to, did it? No. Yes, thank Christ. 5 super giant enemies. Oh, right, the dragon. Oh, hey, level 6 on the Mystic Code. Yay. Donatello from Supernatural. What would Mr. Rogers do?
Senpai, see the light at the end of the corridor. That must be sunlight.
The return trip was much quicker. I suppose we owe this to you, Mr. Holmes. Elementary, my dear friends, you must not rely on only your visual senses when inside a maze. It is you construct a 3-dimensional map inside your mind as you proceed. Ah, the master detective. I'm glad to be of service to you in the end. And on that note, I must bid you farewell.
Some Chadia cannot be trusted after all.
True, there is much mystery surrounding Trouty, but there are others I must chase right now. Namely, the Phantom Spear, who... No, I must not discuss this here. If you'll excuse me, Miss Safford. How about a little riddle as a parting gift? The simplest of puzzles about the incineration of humanity. I've been thinking, why 2018? Why now, of all times? Huh? None of you questioned that the Kingdom Ages erased human history itself. So going by the Western calendar, that means the world should have ended before you were even born. However, we went with purging everything in 2018. He altered the history leading up to now. Think, the incineration in 2018 and burning backwards into history. Why is that? Why is there only one logical conclusion? The Kingdom Ages had a reason why it needed to wait until 2018. Let's suppose he exists in 1000 BCE. Between 1000 BCE and 2018 CE, there are approximately 3000 years. He needed to burn all of it. Do you follow? The Kingdom Ages did not destroy it because he wanted to. He burned because he needed to. The result may be the same, but we cannot overlook this tiny detail. Now that you mention it... Exactly, how can one bear murderous intent if they do not care at all? However, this is where the inquiry becomes a little tricky. Needless to say, the reason is a complete mystery. One theory is that I've mentioned earlier, that time frame from the past up until 2018 has meaning. The other is that even King Solomon could not see past the year 2018. King Solomon had the ability to see in the future, and if for some reason even he could not see past 2018, then no future existed in the first place? The same conclusion at which I have arrived. I can only pray that this is not the case. Now then, I must part ways here. The next time we meet, yes? I hope it will be in a bustling metropolitan city like London, not in these wastelands. Please let this be the end. Thank you. Thank you for freeing me. Oh, what? Oh. Oh, sovereign coins. Hellfire of Wisdom. Oh, was that the treasure? The God King Ozymandias Saber. Let me just quickly grab these sync quartz real quick, and then I'll end the episode. Hour and a half. Okay. I completely forgot where it froze, so I need to look through it individually to find that. I'm sure that won't be a problem at all. Very cool. That'll be the end of today's episode, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.